right. And so this is also why there's a conscientiousness trait and an agreeableness trait. Because conscientious people judge you on your accomplishments, right? They don't give a damn about your feelings, not a bit. It's like, are you doing the work or not? Whereas agreeable people think, well, you know, your mother's sick and, you know, you've got a bunch of family problems and we all have to take care of each other and it's no wonder that you're having a rough time. And like, you can't say that one of those attitudes is correct and the other isn't correct. You can't say that. There wouldn't be those two dimensions if there wasn't something correct about both of them. But you can certainly point out that often they conflict.
What's up, folks? So you see, one thing I think the government always understood is that women could be manipulated, which is why they've been using them as a way to get to men. But however, what happened when men finally start to wake up and decide that they're no longer gonna be bound by their feelings and they're no longer gonna take their women feeling into consideration? You have guys like Ice Cube coming out and saying things that are out of the ordinary. You have guys like 50 Cent coming out and say things that are out of the ordinary, and they quickly latch onto them as if these guys don't have their own mind. Yeah, this board behind me says, you see what it says, yeah? Freedom of expression, as if it's no longer a thing, that you're not allowed to actually express yourself and have the freedom to do so if it is outside of group thinking. And it's really absurd to see that how the liberal, or just becoming unhinged and just losing their mind once anyone have an opinion that is outside of what the populace wants to believe or wants to agree with.
That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. You take him for a...
So it's very weird for anyone to have an opinion that is outside of group thinking right now, because unless you're willing to be ostracized, unless you're willing to literally be ridiculed, you're supposed to have the opinion of the populace. And if you choose to think outside the box, and if you choose to think outside of what everyone think is normal, if you choose to do what everyone else does but go the opposite, you automatically a threat. You are a threat to the republic. Well, you are a threat to the government, specifically the ones that like to give handouts. Because what happens if someone can give you everything you need? It won't be long before they say, when you can wake up, when you can go to sleep. It won't be long before they actually have full control of your life. After all, they give you everything, right? So this is why it's such a dangerous thing when the government is willing to give. And so many folks don't understand that if the government is willing to give you everything, then it won't be long before they start to make all the rules, which means your rights will be out the door. They can tell you when to go to sleep, and they can tell you what to eat. They can tell you when to wake up, pretty much. Why? Because after all, they're giving you everything. So yeah, to the guys that actually is transcending the group think and coming outside the box and thinking for yourself, congratulations and welcome to the select few that still has what it takes to stand up for themselves, that still have what it takes to defend their beliefs and their thoughts and not fold when they're telling you to do so. Because at the end of the day, it is not in your best interest to fold. At the end, it will just simply corrode your self-esteem. You should always stand up for what you believe. It doesn't matter, even if that means death. That's what actually constitutes a man. That's what makes you a man. A man is not someone that folds and bends when they're asked to do so. A man is one that actually stand up for what he believes in, stand up for his values, and willing to die for them, because men don't die in their bed. Their last words is typically freedom, like the gladiator. But one thing they will not do is fold. So cheers.